haven't made a video in a while, but this is something that I've been learning in my science and stuff like that because I've been busy with all sorts of things. But I have been able to learn some things because I've been taking a course in astronomy, a very basic course. I've been working on physical science and stuff. But in physical science right now, I was just passing through learning about the, find the name of it, the forces of creation. And in this section of it, I was learning about gravity, the force of gravity. Now I'm going to share about it. There are two theories on how gravity works. There is the theory of general relativity, found out by Albert Einstein, and the theory of gravitons. The graviton theory is basically that particles are passed very quickly in a certain period of time. I've got a good example. This piece of paper. It's a graviton. Imagine this being a graviton. And it passes back and forth between my hands like this in a certain period of time. Now, the theory of general relativity basically states that there is a deforming of space and time which causes a sinkhole effect. It's like this. This piece of paper is space and time. This here is the mass of an object. It deformed the space and time, causing a sinkhole effect. Now, I think the general theory of relativity is much better at explaining gravity. Well, the reasoning why I think this is because the mass of an object bends space and time downward in a curved bowl shape, which almost makes it look like objects can fall downward toward the object, whereas the graviton theory would basically pull things straight to it because it is basically an exchange of particles back and forth. And if you look at the way objects fall toward the Earth, they fall at an angle inward toward the Earth. So just think about it. I'll let you guys think about that a moment. I think the general theory of relativity is a lot better than the graviton theory. Also, we have seen evidence of light being bent, proving that the general theory of relativity is correct. And the graviton theory would basically imply that light travels in a straight line. Also, the general theory of relativity would be a lot better at explaining the way planets orbit, whereas the graviton theory would not explain it very well because it would allow planets to be in a more circular pattern, whereas they are in an elliptical pattern. Well, the reasoning why I think they would be in a more circular pattern, to explain this, is because gravitons would have to pass within a certain time period, which would imply the planets would have to be a certain distance apart. Whereas they're not. The moon goes further out at one point, but then it gets closer at another. It goes close like this, and then it goes further, because it's in an elliptical orbit. Its orbit distance is constantly changing.